Which of these names do you like best for Mr. Clampett's corporation? Jedco, Jed Clam, Clamco, or JDC Incorporated?
I like Clamco Incorporated. It has a nice sound to it.
Then Clamco Incorporated it is. Now let's see. Jed will be president. Granny can be vice president. Ellie Mae, secretary treasurer. That leaves Jethro. What do we do with him?
Here's an idea. I'll marry him.
Oh, be serious.
Well, if I may say so, Chief, he'd make a far better husband than he would a corporation executive.
This corporation is just a formality for tax purposes. I'll continue to make all the decisions and all the investments just as I have in the past.
What will the Clampetts do?
Attend a board of directors meeting twice a year. Slow down, you're coming to the president's driveway.
Chief, somehow they just don't look like corporation executives.
Did you bring your notary seal?
Right here, Chief. Ready to go.
Well, pucker up and seal off the wisecracks.
Oh, hi, Miss Jane. Mr. Drysdale.
Hello, Jethro.
You just missed Jim. He's out shagging Ellie.
Yes, we saw him.
Well, come in and have a cup of coffee whilst you're waiting.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you, Mr. Drysdale. I'm sorry I couldn't stop before.
About all right.
Did you catch Ellie Mae?
No, but Duke's got a tree. Quick as I get my second wind, I'll climb up there and pet you down.
Well, now, if you can take a little time away from treating your daughter, I'd like you to become president of Clamco.
Oh, no thanks, Mr. Drysdale. I ain't much of politics.
Politics?
Besides, I don't even recollect where Clamco is. You, Granny?
I think it's down in Pike County, Jed. Near Flat Rock.
No. Clamco is right here in Beverly Hills.
Well, now you see, forget it for sure. Folks out here never vote for me for president.
Jed ain't fancy enough for city folks.
If it comes to making speeches, I'd be plumb pitiful.
Mr. Clampett, you don't have to win an election. Clamco is a corporation, and you are its president by virtue of being the majority stockholder.
Here they are.
Sit down, Granny. Jethro, you too, Miss Hathaway. I have a feeling I'm going to need all the help I can get in explaining what the corporation is. Well, everybody ready?
Yep.
Very well. Start explaining, Miss Hathaway.
Ellie, come down out of there. How, Ellie Mae? It just don't seem fit for the president of a big corporation to have to get his secretary out of a tree.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and me. Now come on down here and I'll tell you more.
Coming down, Paul. Are you sure enough going to be the president of a big corporation?
Mm-hmm.
And am I sure enough going to be your secretary, Paul?
Ellie Mae, you're going to be secretary for the whole corporation. I'm the president, Granny is vice president, and we decided to make Jethro treasurer because he knows so much about ciphering.
Are we going to have one of them in their office like Mr. Drysdale and me one like Miss Jane?
Well, they didn't say nothing about offices. All we got to do is come to a meeting twice a year.
Well, shucks, that don't sound like much fun.
Now, wait, Ellie Mae. Get you down out of this tree and into a dress. I'll see to it that we have offices just like Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane.
Well, can we have one of them there dictate machines so you can dictate letters?
If it makes you happy, we'll have two of them. We'll both dictate letters.
Let's go.
Thanks for the lunch, Fleming. See you later.
Your messages, Chief. This one I think is the most important.
Who wants an office?
President of Clamco Incorporated. And not just an office, but a suite of offices with two dictation machines. One typewriter for the secretary.
I can read. Pencils and plenty of ciphering paper for the treasurer.
Jethro.
A swivel and rocking chair.
For Vice President Granny. Now, I have checked the building. We could give them the penthouse executive suite.
Are you out of your mind? That rent's for $2,500 a month. Besides, they don't need offices.
President Clampett thinks that they do.
Well, he'll just have to be talked out of it, and I'll get him on the phone. And when you get him, talk him out of it.
Oh, jeez.
I have to do everything myself. Am I surrounded by jellyfish? Am I the only one with the courage to...
Howdy, folks. I just wondered how my new offices was coming along.
Fine, just fine. I'm giving you the best in the building. The penthouse executive suite.
Don't have to be nothing fancy.
Only the best for President Clampett. How soon those offices be ready, Miss Hathaway?
I think an hour should do it.
Well, speed it up. Anything else you'd like?
Well, to tell you the truth, there is. I always had a kind of a hankering for one of them fancy leather lunch boxes like you tote.
Miss Hathaway, take care of that. A fancy leather lunchbox with Mr. Clampett's name on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, sure do thank you. See you in about an hour.
We'll be looking for you, President.
Welcome to the Loyal Order of Jellyfish.
You have your notary seal handy.
Sir?
Pucker up and use it.
Granny, you are gussied up to a fare thee well.
Don't you forget it, boy. I am the vice president of a big corporation.
Yes, ma'am.
Confidentially, Jethro, what does a vice president do?
I ain't sure. Reckon we'll find out when we get down to the office.
I reckon. What's that?
Well, I don't know. Fella just delivered it for Uncle Jed.
Open it up, Jethro. I think I know what it is. Yep. It's my new fancy leather lunchbox. You got my name on it.
Oh, we ain't that a dandy.
Sure is pretty.
How'd I look?
Look like a big, important corporation president.
That's a fact, Jed. You just fill that lunchbox with ham hocks and black-eyed peas and chitlins, and you can hold your own with any of them.
I reckon we ought to be getting down to the office. Jethro, you ready to commence treasuring?
Yes, sir. I'm going to cipher up a storm. I even borrowed a geometry book.
What's geometry?
Oh, it's clean other side of arithmetic. It's so deep, even I don't understand it for sure.
Well, you can study up on it. Granny, you all set the vice president?
Soon as I know what that is, yeah.
Well, here comes our secretary.
She looks like she's dressed for a dance.
Don't you? Leastways, she's wearing a dress and acting like a lady.
Hey, Pop, let's get down to the corporation so we can commence dictating something. I figured you'd want me to wear one of these here dresses that Morris made for me.
Does you proud, Ellie. You're prettier than a Christmas packet.
Well, you are too, Paul. You too, Granny and Jethro.
Yeah, I reckon we's as fine-looking gaggle of corporation executives as you'd see in New York, or Joplin, any of them big cities. Let's go.
Jed, why's all them people stopping and staring at us?
Well, Granny, I reckon it ain't every day that folks along Wilshire Boulevard gets to look at a whole corporation in one bunch like this.
Well, I wish them men would quit whistling at me.
Yeah, these are mighty disrespectful, you being a vice president and all.
Jed, what does a vice president do?
Well, Granny, quick as we get to the office, treasurer will look it up for you in one of them dictionaries, won't you, Jethro?
If I could squeeze it in with my geometry. It's awful deep, Uncle Jed. Listen to this. The square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides.
Doggers, will you listen to that?
What does it mean?
You wouldn't understand it, Ella May. You're just a secretary.
What do you mean?
And now let's have no squabble between the secretary and the treasurer.
Or you'll get flogged by the vice president. Jed, I plumb forgot to fill your leather lunchbox with victuals.
Oh, I'm just toting for practice, Granny.
Well, whereabouts is our offices, Paul?
Well, Mr. Drysdale's giving us what they call a penthouse.
What's a penthouse?
I reckon we'll find out directly. Come on, everybody.
Come on, Granny.
If this is a penthouse, you can have it.
Come on back, Granny. Granny!
Jed,
Come on back.
I ain't going in there, Jed. It ain't big enough first. There's no windows in it. We'll suffocate.
Granny, this ain't the penthouse. This here is an elevator.
Here's how you get to the penthouse. That's your back, Jethro. Granny, it's all right. You see, Ellie ain't scared.
That thing didn't grab her.
Set her
It
down.
grabbed me. It's moving.
Hey, Granny, why are you staying in there?
I'm going back down and get my stomach.
Come on now, don't be scared.
What's Clamco Inc., Paul?
Well, Clamco's the name of our corporation.
Is we gonna make ink?
For all I know, we might be going to make Clamco's. Mr. Drydale didn't say for sure.
Look at Uncle Jed's name written on that door in gold.
Jethro, I want you to get a hold of some paint. Put the rest of your names up there, same as mine. We's all in this corporation together.
Not me. I quit when I was being yanked up in that oversized well bucket. I guess I can find me some stairs. I'm going home.
Look, Granny, don't you want to stay and see your office?
No, I don't. But I reckon I ought to stay and see that the rest of you is comfortable.
See, this here's my desk. See, I got my name on it.
No, there's your dictatate machine.
Dictating something, Paul.
Well, quick as we get settled and go to corporate, and I'll do that.
Hey, Granny, look at here. Vice President Grant.
Jethro, Granny says she's done quit. Now, when you take her home, you bring back a can of turps and wash her name off its door.
Yes, sir.
Now, just a doggone minute. Who's higher up? Vice President or Treasurer?
Vice President, I reckon.
Well, then there ain't gonna be no treasurer washing off no vice president from no door.
Hey, Jethro, come see your office. Got your name on the door and everything.
Hot diggity dog.
Can't blame you for feeling proud, boy. Here you are, treasurer of a big corporation, not even out of the 6th grade.
Well, I'm going to work hard, Uncle Jed. Folks ain't going to say I'm a success just because I'm your nephew.
That's the spirit, boy. Get in there and get the treasurer.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Paul, wait till you see your office. It's a yellow speckled doozy.
Private?
That means can't nobody come in and bother you.
Yeah, let's get that off of there right away. Can't do business without folks can come in and talk to me.
Ain't this something, Paul?
Sure enough is. Well, there's room in here for all of us. We don't need them other offices.
Well, maybe when business gets to going, we'll need them.
Sure wish Mr. Drydale would tell us what kind of business we're in. We're up high enough to be in the roofing business. Look down yonder.
That's a long jump.
I sure hope Granny don't try to leave without finding her stairs.
Kid Clampett, I quit.
Again?
Ain't you happy with your office?
I ain't happy with my job.
Vice President?
That's it. I just had Jethro look up what that word vice means. And I ain't gonna be president of no such goings-on.
Uncle Jed, I couldn't find no turps, but I got some of that gold paint.
Mr. Whitland, Jed.
Oh, wait, I got an idea. Hold down this half of your Granny. We have this fixed in no time, Granny. There you are. Nice president. Enemy, you call Mr. Drydale. Tell him president, secretary, and treasurer of Clamco Inc. is rare to go to work doing whatever it is they're supposed to do.
That's better.
I'll answer that. You get out your notary seal.
Hi there, Mr. Drysdale. This here's secretary of Clamco Inc.
And the treasurer.
And the nice president.
And the other president.
We's up here in the penthouse raring to go to work, except we don't know what to do.
We'd like to talk to you, Mr. Drydale.
He says it ain't time yet for a meeting of the board.
Tell them we get bored quicker than city folks.
Yes. All right, Ellie Mae, I'll come right up and explain everything. Bye. You come along. 3 miles are better than 1.
And so we see, from what I have pointed out, that the corporation tax picture is not only brighter from the standpoint of maximum tax rate of 50% on corporate income as opposed to 77% on personal income, but also from the standpoint of the eventual possibility of attaining a long-term capital gain upon the ultimate sale or dissolution of said corporation to wit, Clamco Inc.
Mr. Treasurer, you hear all that?
Oh, yes, sir. Every word.
You understand?
No, sir. Not a word.
How about you, Miss Secretary? You understand?
No, sir, President.
How about you?
She lost me right after she stood up and cleared her throat.
Miss Jane, that was a dandy speech. But I'm afraid that I didn't cut a whole lot of meat out of it neither. I suppose you understood it, Mr. Drysdale?
Not a word.
Chief!
Oh, I'm kidding. But I can boil her 10-minute oration down to one simple statement. You'll be paying less money to the government. Now, I make a motion that we adjourn so you can go home and relax and leave all the high finance to us experts.
Well, now, excuse me, Mr. Drysdale, but could I say something?
Of course, what's on your mind?
Well, now, I hear tell that the government needs a lot of money.
Well, that's their problem. Our problem is to see that they don't get it from us.
Why?
Why? Well, everybody tries to avoid paying taxes.
Why?
Well, great Scott, man. That's the American way.
Chief, perhaps you should explain to Mr. Clampett that it is perfectly legal to avoid taxes so long as we do not evade them.
Right. In other words, Mr. Clampett, the government doesn't want you to pay any more tax than you have to.
Well, now, if the government needs all this money and I got plenty, I don't mind giving it to them, especially since this country's been so good to me.
Yeah, you
That's for
bet.
sure. Well, the way to help this country is to put money in circulation. And that's exactly what Clamco is going to do.
It is?
Absolutely. That's what a prosperous business economy does. Puts more money into the hands of more people.
Well, that makes a whole heap of good sense.
I see you're getting the picture. Well, now, if you'll excuse us, we'll be getting back to the office.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drysdale, for explaining it to us.
It's a pleasure. Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Well, I reckon we got our work cut out for us.
We sure have.
That's a fact.
I'll say.
What is it, Uncle Jed?
That's what Mr. Drysdale said. We got to get more money into the hands of more people.
Oh, yeah. He said that. How are we going to do it?
Well, the first thing we need is money. Now, you and Ellie run down to the cashier, fella, and get a big heaping box of it.
Come on, Jethro.
Gentlemen, Clamco Incorporated, which I have the pleasure to represent as a director, is desirous of purchasing large parcels of income property, hotels, apartment buildings, commercial property in your area. We have unlimited capital and we... Great Scott! Money! Falling from the sky, look!
I hate to say this, but I think it's coming from the penthouse.
They wouldn't. They couldn't.
They would, they couldn't. They are!
Fistful of fun. Beamer's pennies.
Couple of hundred.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on, Uncle Jed. I can't treasure his badge. Still throwing it out.
Don't worry about it, Jethro.
Okay. He's gone. We sure getting a lot of money into the hands of a lot of people.
Compliments of Clamco Incorporated.
Wait a minute. Them people's getting it all. How about the folks over on my side of the building?
Help yourself, Granny.
Load me up, Ellie.
Granny, what's going on up here?
Prosperous economy. Come help me with my side of the building.
Wait. Stop! You cannot throw money out the window.
Not till I get some more.
Here's some more, Granny. Step aside, everybody.
Grass picking up real good. $10 of money, Jethro.
Get bigger bills. It makes them much happier.
So they gave away $27,000. They can afford it.
I know, but the way they did it, it's not deductible. Now Jed wants to dissolve the corporation.
Did he give you a reason?
No. He just said if he couldn't give money away, that he'd just as soon forget it.
Come back here and put on a dress. Howdy, folks. Be waiting director. Head her off, Duke. Ellie, come down out of there.
Ain't gonna do it, Paul.
Now, Chief, if I may venture an observation, it looks as though Clamco Incorporated is up a tree.
Here's your notice.
Pucker up.
Exactly. And Clamco, that wise mouth.